Today I fucked up by spilling mercury all over the kitchen. So I, M14, was having a pretty normal day. I was playing some Bloodborne on my PS4 and just having a good time, until my little brother, M5, took a thermostat and told me to check his temp. So I did, but it didn't seem to work, and then my dumbass has the great idea of lighting us on the stove to see if it will show anything. As soon as it approached the fire, it burst into a pool of metal mercury. I actually didn't know it was mercury despite the color and nature of it, because I never knew it was just stuffed in a regular thermostat. And it also bounced onto my hand, which made me wash it for 10 minutes non-stop, after playing with it of course, and now I had a toxic fucking mess on the stove. So I checked how I could clean it online and saw that I could put a tape on it, stick it and throw it away. But at that exact moment my mom came in trying to cook something. At that point there was little mercury left on the stove, so she couldn't see it. And even 2 hours later when she cooked dinner she still stayed in the kitchen doing other stuff, which made me lose my mind because I was actually worried that she would catch something. I continue cleaning the mess, but then for some reason it stopped working. Then I went online again and see that sulfur powder can harden it. But then my vision starts to get real blurry and take a break for 15 minutes. Fast forward 1 hour later, I think I got rid of all the mercury by using a spray that has 22% sulfur sodium, and now I'm exhausted. I'm typing this while lying down and sweating like crazy. Oh yeah, a bit of a side note, I actually fucked the already fucked situation by burning some of the spillage. I now regret it more than anything else cause it explains the blurry vision and stuff. I really don't want to come out and tell my parents cause they will tell my older brother, 22 male. And he'll probably kill me for destroying his beloved thermostat. Also, if I did anything wrong or there is still possible hazard, please let me know. TLR. I spilled mercury on the stove, burned it, which caused me to have blurry vision, cleaned 99% of it, and now I'm exhausted. Update. A genuine thank you for everyone that is worried about my health. I feel great now, but I'll still come out and get tested tomorrow. Again, thank you all. Tell your parents and go to the hospital. There can be permanent effects from mercury poisoning, but it can be treated. The burning is especially concerning because mercury is mostly absorbed through inhalation. It was an honest mistake. Your family shouldn't be mad at you. Blurry vision caused by mercury? Get to the hospital. What the fuck is wrong with you? Your parents need to know. Are you sure it was mercury? Most thermometers are made with alcohol now, not mercury. Regardless, tell your parents so you can get checked out and cleaned up just in case. You have to tell your parents. You need to go to the hospital, and the longer you wait the harder it'll be to treat. Please, tell them now. They shouldn't be mad. Concerned, but not mad. You were trying to help. I hope you feel better soon. Less than 3. After seeking medical attention, we would all like an update. I believe that you are going to be okay if you sought medical attention and told your parents. We all hope for your safety. Today I fucked up by offering a complete stranger in a grocery store a massage. This happened 2 nights ago, but I'm still dying from embarrassment. After I put my kids to bed, I remembered I didn't pick up food for their lunches, so I grabbed a $100 bill from my savings jar and ran to the store. While I was there, I grabbed more things than I intended, but didn't think the total would be more than $100. Well, I was wrong, and I realized it would go over when the cashier had about 5 items left. So I told her that I would have to take a few things off and come back for them, as I didn't bring my wallet with me and only had the $100 bill. That's when the guy behind me offered to pay the difference. Now, I don't know why, but I'm not good at accepting acts of kindness from people, especially when it involves money and people I don't know. So I told him that I had the money at home, I would just have to come back, but he was very kind and said it was no big deal and proceeded to cover it. Me being the awkward person I am though, I couldn't just leave it alone and say thank you. Instead I said thank you multiple times and even offered to Zelle him, which he declined. At that point I really should have just said, have a great night. But no, instead I started to say to him, well, if you ever need a massage. And before I was able to finish my sentence, he looked kind of embarrassed and turned away. Now, for context, I'm a massage therapist and I have my own business, and I was wearing my scrubs with my logo at the time. So I intended to say, well, I'm a massage therapist and if you ever need a massage, I'll give you a discount. This is my website. Thanks again, have a good night. But that's not what happened. I just awkwardly offered him a massage with no context whatsoever. Then after I saw he looked embarrassed, I just kind of mumbled my business name and walked away. My boyfriend thinks I'm overthinking it, but I'm sure this moment will pop into my head every time I can't sleep for the next 20 years. Too long did not read. Random guy in a grocery store offered to help pay the difference on my bill and I awkwardly offered him a massage with no context whatsoever that I am a massage therapist. The real fuck up here is how expensive the groceries have gotten. Fucking $100 buys you not much these days. Honey, are you out offering massages for groceries again? LMAO, don't worry. I remember when I was eating out for lunch, I tried to say, lovely thank you. It came out as, love you, thanks, tears of joy, tears of joy. Such a shame you're going to have to find a new grocery store. Enjoy your meal, you too. Today I fucked up by showering with the door closed. Last night, actually. My wife and I have always showered with the door open, ever since we started living together. Recently, for reasons known only to them, our cats have become obsessed with the shower and started to come through the shower curtain while we're showering to pad around on the wet floor. Our apartment is adapted to accommodate a wheelchair user, so there's nothing to climb over. This wouldn't be so bad, but their paws get wet, and then they use the litter box, and they leave little white footprints all over the apartment. The other thing about our shower is that the water takes a long time to get hot. Last night, I needed a shower, so I went into the bathroom, closed the door behind me, started the shower, and got naked. It was then that I realized I had another pressing matter to attend to, an imminent poop. Now, to get too personal, but generally I prefer to poop before I shower, given the choice. The door was already closed, and the water wasn't hot yet, so why not take care of business now? So that's what I did. I sat down and started the job. I was about a minute into the proceedings and not yet halfway done when my wife, thinking the closed door and running water meant I was in the shower, entered the bathroom to tell me something. We locked eyes, and she looked appalled at her intrusion. I think, it's not like she doesn't poop too. And to make it worse, while we were staring at each other, things were still happening down below. In 2.5 years of living together, we've seen each other in some compromising positions, but this was a new level of embarrassment for both of us. After what was probably a second and a half, but felt like 10 minutes, she disappeared and closed the door behind her. We haven't talked about it, but I think we'll be knocking more often now. Oh, and to make matters worse, I forgot to close the door once I was done showering, and one of the cats got in anyway. TLDR. Closed the bathroom door to keep the cats out, ended up giving my wife a show she didn't want. It took you 2.5 years of living together for this to happen? Must be some sort of record. How long did it take before you farted in front of each other? Wow. My wife comes in and brushes her teeth when I'm pooping and doesn't bat an eye. Y'all are so pure. You didn't poop in the shower, right? I had a full conversation with my wife while she was on the toilet. Then I hear a plop and was like, "Are you taking a shit right now?" She gave me an "and" look and we continued the conversation. Today I fucked up by asking my daughter what she wished for in public. I surprised my kids with a trip to Chuck E. Cheese for my daughter's birthday for the first time in a long time. Their mom passed away and this was her first birthday without her. It was also a treat to try make it up to them. We had a tough couple of months but things are looking better for us. It was great seeing how excited they were to be there. And after blowing out the candle on her cupcake, I stupidly asked her what she wished for. I wasn't prepared for her saying that she wishes mommy could come back just for her birthday and started crying. This made her brother cry too, so I held both of them and tried comforting them while trying to hide my own tears. We had to get up and leave because people were giving us weird looks. I asked because I wanted to see if maybe I could surprise her with what she wished for. Both of them stopped asking me for things that they wanted a while ago because they knew that they would not get them. We had to prioritize other things and they understood that, which killed me inside because kids should worry about just being kids. I really wanted to make the day a happy one for them, but I ended up reminding them and myself of the one wish I could never make come true. I don't know how it didn't occur to me at that moment that my kids' deepest wish would be to see their mom again. TLR, I asked my daughter what her birthday wish was in public and her response made all of us emotional. I lost my mother when I was 22. I just turned 39 and I still secretly wish I could have her back. You didn't do this on purpose, and props for trying to give your kids a fun day. I'm so sorry for your loss. It wasn't your fault and you probably weren't expecting to upset her. My heart goes out to you. Hard hands, light skin tone. Lost both my parents by the age of 12. You being there to cry on will mean more to them when they're older than anything else. Just keep being an all-star dad and the kids will be alright. Look up. Your daughter obviously had a big feeling there, and your question opened space for her to share instead of holding it in. You were there for her and allowed her safe expression of her emotions. That's good. That's far from a fuck-up. You're a great parent. It's never a bad thing for your kids to share their feelings with their parent. You gave them a wonderful, memorable day, and hopefully your bond continues to grow during this difficult period of deep grief. You're doing great parenting.